Oh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Legion of Memers Memestream Saturday with special guest, Epic Mike. Thank you for coming, man.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, man. How's your week going?
Good. Busy as always, but good. Happy to be here. I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep because my life is a complete mess, and I wasn't gonna miss this. So I was like, dude, I gotta be here on time. I was like, when do I get here early? And then you guys are in a different time zone. I forgot what time zones were. I was like, oh man, I was like ready like an hour ago, and I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not the right time. That's their time. Yeah, so I'm good.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And if you want to hang out in the pre-show for an hour, you're always welcome to.
Yeah, I probably should have. Yeah, but I also, if you guys knew what I made to eat, I just like slapped some stuff together and threw it in a microwave. And when I got it ready, my wife looked at me and she's like, "I can't believe you just did what you just did." She just looked at me with shame.
Yeah. Well, why didn't she make you a sandwich?
Well, because she's also busy too. That's kind of sprung her on the last minute. I got a stream and I haven't eaten. She's like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. I was excited to get the invite. I love you guys' work. It's always cool to meet people behind the scenes and get faces to names that I see a lot. I will say I'm specifically happy that a certain bug isn't here right now because me and him have problems. Yeah.
I'm curious.
Too many memes of you in compromising positions.
That, and we also disagree on some things fundamentally. He's also been trying to get me to drink coffee, civet coffee, which is the kind of coffee that comes out of a thing's butt. Somebody offered him a $50 bounty. So he's been trying to chase me down for a while about that one, and we've been getting into it a little bit. So
civet coffee.
So civets are like these weird cat creatures. I don't remember what island they live on, and basically they cannot digest the beans that they eat of this plant. So they shit the beans out, and somebody goes, "Oh, let's take those, wash them off, and put them in coffee because it's supposed to make the coffee better or something." This is the problem with coffee drinkers in general.
Isn't that coffee lawak or whatever it's called?
What's that?
Coffee lawak, isn't that what it's called?
Maybe, probably. Something. I don't know. There's also like an elephant poop coffee too. There's drinking coffee is a slippery slope.
Literally.
I question coffee enjoyers. You drink it for the energy, for the caffeine. You don't drink it for the taste.
Yeah. Well, some people are like, "Oh, I love the taste of coffee," and I get concerned.
I don't love the taste of poop.
No.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever tried.
Get that coffee.
Somebody's like, "Well, it's all washed," and I'm like, "Yeah, but here's the thing: if I like ate a spoon and like crapped it out and then washed it off, you wouldn't eat food with it anymore. That would be the poop spoon forever."
Poop spoon.
Yep. Poop spoon.
So
that, man.
Sorry, I'm just imagining somebody putting that in the drawer on accident, and nobody knows.
Yeah. Like,
did I just get the poop spoon?
Yeah, they're stirring their coffee and they're like, "Oh no, that's the poop spoon, bro."
Already drank it.
No, more.
You guys are
I hear myself.
What? Yeah, I hear that too.
I hear.
Echo?
Okay.
Echoing through.
CJP talk.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
We're echoing through somebody.
You're echoing somehow.
Oh my god.
Is it him?
It's somehow on his end.
It was him the whole time.
Kenzo.
No, Kenzo's fine.
Oh,
Kenzo's
fine.
Am I okay?
You're okay. So, CJP
welcome to the most professional stream on the internet, everybody.
Welcome to the Legion of Boomers.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I was really expecting you guys to be like really on top of it technically.
Yeah, I think.
Is it me?
CJ.
Okay, hold on. Let me work with this stupid audio.
It's the musician.
God damn it!
Mute.
Okay, is it doing it now?
No.
I don't.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
How is it echoing?
It might be me.
Because I'm running through headphones. I don't have any external speakers on.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of you.
No.
Yeah, when he mutes himself,
Wait.
it
It's
doesn't
gone.
happen. It's gone.
Yeah.
Hey,
So when he
messed
mutes
up.
himself,
Hold on. Let me do some lovely work here.
I don't know.
Okay. So before we get to echoey intros, yeah, I still hear myself, CJ.
Same.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Let's just give a shout out to the chat because without them, we would not be here today. So thank you everybody for being here today, especially with these technical issues. I know sound is one of the main reasons. Yeah, CJ, it's still you.
Let me bounce and pop back in.
Okay. I hate the sound of my own voice. I cannot.
Same.
I cannot.
Yeah, I hate the sound of your voice.
Hey, look at that.
And look at the first person who was here in on the stream. Kenzo, gonna be epic. I see what you did there.
Oh yes. See what I did there?
We got release the McCracken with. Oh, that's weird that they don't show emojis in this chat.
Purple turquoise waving emoji.
Yeah, there you go. We got Wookie B Bad. Hail, my bud.
Wookie.
It's nice chatting you in DMs. We're definitely gonna get something set up and go check out his channel where he's just starting off. So help the smaller streamers out. Because it's important. We were all a small streamer at one point. I still consider us small
the
streamers.
streamers with small chairs.
Yes, and the streamers with small chairs.
Always help out the small chair. I was on Wookie's channel not too long ago. It was wonderful.
Cough,
my small chair's just right over there.
Show us the chair. Come on.
It's
just show us the chair.
We don't want to see you, Dermy. We want to see the chair.
Yeah, show us the chair.
Show us the chair, man.
Oh my god!
If we're lucky, he might sit in it.
If you're lucky, I might.
That's like a camping chair, like one of those.
No, it's a chair that I took from a preschool. I had a
Whoa,
beat off
whoa.
some kid. Oh shit!
Oh my!
You grab the chair and just start swinging as you run out the door.
Yes.
Get out of here, you little demons!
Back. Yeah, I understand. I get how it goes.
Yeah, some little child was all like, "I painted a duck," and he kicked her out of the chair and
Exactly.
Snatched it. No, your chair.
Hail, Skirmitar. Hail, my bud. How you doing? We got Grumpy Old Gamer in chat. We got Jason Sandberg, our guest from last week. His Indiegogo is now live, so go check out the little postcards and comics that he's making. They're Kirby-esque, which is really, really cool. And, help out small creators. We also have Brightest Day as well. Who else? We got... can somebody... I'm going to pronounce this wrong. The Velek channel?
The Vlek channel.
Vlek channel. Thank you. Yeah, just so you guys know, my reading is worse than D-Day Cobras and freaking Nerdrotics. So just a heads up, guys.
Wow. You should have extra girls to read them for you.
If you put it backwards, I could probably read it better. I'll give you that.
Wow.
The spoon added seasoning.
Oh.
Poop spoon.
The poop spoon with that. Yeah.
The poop spoon.
There's a little bitterness in the aftertaste. I wonder what that is.
Got a wang.
We got Talks a Lot Entertainment. For now, we got Sean as well. Sorry about that. It seems like my StreamYards is acting up. We got Praetor.
I'm not even gonna try.
Praetor Lupus.
You guys are so mean. Screwing with me. Oh, and we got Flodzilla in the chat as well.
Yeah.
He put out something that I actually really wanted to share with you guys.
I see this.
It made me want to make music just listening to it. So just give me 2 seconds. I want to bring it up. I know he also has it on.
I first saw it over on just as he was finishing it. I think he done like a little preview on one of the Krigler, either the Tuesday one or the one they do on the Monday, the base day F Monday. I think that's where I first saw it. But yeah, it's up on his Twitter and on his channel. It's good, man.
Yeah, let me just make sure I don't boomer this up, because if I screw this up, I'm gonna be very upset. Hold on 1 sec.
He's got some flow.
Mad flow.
CJP's in the back.
All right, sorry, CJ, coming right up.
Hello.
Just
Testing.
forget about me like always.
He did it again.
Yeah.
Hello,
Again,
hello.
Do you need
No,
cancel
not the echo.
audio echoation?
yeah, it's definitely you, CJ.
It's 100% him.
Do you have your audio coming through your soundboard as well, like your system audio?
Are
No,
you in
it's
a canyon?
through my podcaster.
Okay, now it seems better.
Hello.
Wait, testing.
Hello. Hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is it
I
on?
think it's good. All right, it's good.
Yeah, we're
We're
good.
getting
We're good.
echo
We're good.
attacks in
All
the
right,
chat.
yay!
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
good. We're
We
good.
fixed it. We're good. We're
All
smart.
right.
We're smarter than the
Have
average
we
bear.
even done intros?
No,
What's the intro?
We were in the middle of
because I
intros
want to
and then-
show
We're
you
here,
guys
man.
this so badly. Well, hold
Yeah.
on, shut up. Here we go.
And I get down on my knees and thank God for giving me the day. Promise it won't be a waste, no. Ain't y'all sick of being fake? God is giving me a way. Consequence of being grateful. Her bed, it was deep in my soul. Now it's hard to feel sad when I'm reaching my goals. And I'll let you finish, wait, I'ma make them hear me say, I'm there at the VMA show. Life is a blessing, I hated to wake up, I'm out of depression. Look at what faith does, learning my lesson. Youth of the nation, now I'm accepting the truth I'm ashamed of. Knowing my purpose, but no one is perfect. Bend to the bottom, lower than dirt is. I've been in the water, float to the surface. No matter the offer, my soul ain't for purchase. You know what the worst is? Sitting in churches, paying a preacher, cause he can interpret. Looking for Jesus, you need to keep searching. It's a bit deeper than deacons and sermons. Even a serpent, Egypt and servants. Know when you seek, just leave with discernment. See that the earth is evil and burning. People are hurting, he is returning. And I get down on my knees and thank God for giving me the day. Promise it won't be a waste, no. Ain't God sick of being fake? God is giving me a way. Consequence of being grateful. Her bed, it was deep in my soul. Now it's hard to feel sad when I'm reaching my goals. And I'll let you finish. Wait, I'ma make them hear me say, I'm there at the VMA show.
Damn,
That's
dude.
Oh, that is
so
so
That's
good.
Damn.
awesome.
That
Hell yeah.
Lord.
fire, dude.
Yeah.
That was
If
good.
my camera was on, you'd see me bopping my head.
That's,
I
that
was
was
You
actually
have a head?
awesome.
And just so
Yes,
you
I
know,
did.
I put in the chat a link to the channel with the full song.
Yeah.
So go check that out. Subscribe to it. I've listened to that song. I'm not kidding you, probably about 50 times now.
Yeah, I'm killing it, man. That's so rad. I don't know what you guys' policy is on swearing, but I almost dropped the F-bomb again. So.
Yeah, I can drop
You can-
whatever,
you can
whatever
say the
it is.
F-bombs.
Not monetized. So
Or certain F-bombs.
Yeah. There's two different ones. Yeah, I was gonna drop the less offensive one apparently.
You can
yeah.
also say you can also say retard.
You can say bum.
Yeah.
You
I
can
don't
say see
really
you next Tuesday and the bundle of sticks and
yeah, I don't really say retard a whole lot, to be honest. It's just never been one of those words in my vocabulary.
Mm.
It's not like don't say that word. It's more just like it's just one of
No, I
those ones
don't
I
really.
don't. I say fuck a lot though.
Mm.
Yeah.
No.
So,
well, I mean,
Like,
it's
I had no idea.
it's multi-useful, that word.
yeah. It's interesting how many uses the word fuck has in so many different contexts. I always appreciate it.
You know, fuck the
Yeah.
fucking fuckers.
Yeah. Exactly.
So versatile.
Bye bye, any YouTube monetizations, you
Yeah.
fucking bastards.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say Mama Susan, but she's not even here anymore. It's somebody else now.
Mhm.
oh
Just
wait,
sitting there
what do we
watching
name it
them.
now? What do
I
we
don't
call
know.
them? Overlord YouTube, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
Overlord
look.
YouTube watching it. Yeah, locking it down.
Okay. So now that we hold on, here we yeah, so a big shout out to Flood TV. I reached out to him before the show to ask him if I could play it because I freaking loved it, and I got to listen to the full song this morning. I was rocking it. Yeah, I can't wait. Like,
Yeah, killing it.
that made me want to make music. I wasn't even joking when I said it. I have no talent for music, but it made me want to try. So, instead of doing a Friday Night Tights intro where it takes 40 minutes to do the intros, now that we got the echoes fixed, Oculus, do you want to let the people know who you are, what you do, and where to find you?
Oculus.
Based.
Hello.
Base.
We're definitely not Friday Night Tights.
All right. Well, definitely. We'll come back to you, Oculus.
Dude, Flawed, I need to work with you on some beats, man. I really did.
Oculus is just sitting in his chair.
Oculus, I kind of sound like it's a Gundam. And I do.
Oculus, he's having mic
Hey, I
problems.
thought that was him then, you know.
So let's start off with Kenzo. Kenzo, do you want to let people know who you are, where to find you, and what you do?
Hey, I'm Kenzo. I'm a retard that draws stuff. I'm working with the Full Aussie guys at the moment, doing a animated cartoon, which is my first one, called the Full Aussie, and you can find that over on my YouTube channel, which is Art by Kenzo at YouTube. And I'll also be on the Ginger Ninja art stream tomorrow, doing some artwork with those guys over in Japan. I've been doing just mainly a lot of cartoon stuff, as you've all seen lately, man. And I'm really pumped to be here on the Legion stream with the Legion of Memers and Epic Mike, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah, dude, it's great to have you. And I like every time you send me a progression, like picture or clip or anything, I get so freaking exciting. And like, I can't wait to see like the full project when it's done.
Yeah,
dude.
it's about 3 weeks from today. I'll be dropping it, the episode 2. And it's got the full cast. The full cast are revealed. I've done all the character designs this week, like finished them off and stuff. So, and I've been keeping them under wraps, man.
Yeah, dude, I know how hard that could be, because when I make like a banger, I'm like, I want to share this, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
same.
can't do it.
I wanted to share the Steph one. I've done the Steph character. I've done her in multiple costumes, and I wanted to share that, but I've been sort of holding it down.
Awesome, man. I'm so freaking excited. And I'm sure Epic Mike knows what we're talking about, because he has the whole Epic verse.
Yeah.
Being the co-founder of it, all in the back. Is there anything that you've made recently that you just like want to put out there but you can't?
Oh, dude, just about every time we do a project, I want to talk about it and like geek about it, and I can't. I mean, we just had fortunately Josiah was the one that dropped the ball on this one, so I can talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, we shot a Viking short film with Jake the Viking and Fear the Beardo, and it was actually really awesome to work on. We did some really cool stuff with it. Decided to do a very difficult fight scene. The way we shot it and everything is actually really tough to do, so we kind of put this all together. And but that's one of those things, like if he hadn't talked about it, or we hadn't kind of spilled the beans on it already, it would have been under wraps and I wouldn't be able to mention anything at all. And we've done a couple different things like that. So, and we got to, obviously future projects and stuff. It's one of those things. It's weird because yeah, you always want to talk about what you're working on and you want to, get people excited, but you don't want to tell people too early, because what you don't want is like momentum to disappear. Like, oh, I did this awesome thing, and then a year later is when you finally can release it. People are like, wow, you mentioned it a year ago, what's going on? We get that a lot with Epic Verse. People are like, you guys talked about Epic Verse, but you never show us anything. And I'm like, I know, but like, it's because we kind of want you guys to see it in its full like beauty, instead of like, here it is, or here's something of it, and then you don't see anything for 6 months, and it's like, gosh dang it, like now all the excitement is gone or whatever. So yeah, I very much understand that, and I hate giving vague answers, but at the same time, it's like, trust me, it'll be worth it in the long run. So
yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I can't. I'm like, because you're sharing pictures and stuff of you guys working in the background, and I'm so excited every time I see it. I'm like, ooh, what's this one gonna be? I'm so excited.
No, yeah, man, it's a lot. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I always want to share a lot more than what I can, and so like, yeah, it's kind of torture sometimes. I'm like, oh man, people are like, oh, what's that? That looks pretty cool. I'm like, oh man, wish I could tell you.
Well, hi,
Can
Mike.
we just
Hi, Mike.
Can we just
Hey,
kick
Blabs.
Blabs? Can we just
Oh, yeah,
ban her from the
absolutely.
chat?
One of the mods.
We'll do
Mods,
everything
can
for
we
you,
just
Meek.
get Blabs out of here, please? Because Blabs is kind of,
Oh, I love Blab. She's so much fun to meme.
That was kind of
She
problematic.
made, I made a
Blabs
video
this
of her. She made like a roller coaster video of where like everybody died.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, she got one over on Adam this week.
Did she really?
Yeah, she got one over on Adam. She knew a singer and he didn't.
She's starting to
That was
become
hilarious.
self-aware. That's kind
Ooh.
of dangerous.
Coming in,
Yeah.
throwing everything, making everything crazy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So
This is- go ahead.
no, feel free.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Blabs actually helps out with Epicverse behind the scenes on our Twitter and stuff, so that's why she's excited. It's actually funny because for a while there, she was like helping us post stuff on Twitter and stuff, but she didn't know what any of our projects were. She had no idea what we were working on. She's like, "Can I like see something?" And we're like, "Oh yeah. I mean, you're part of the team. My bad." Like, so we had to like let her. Yeah. This whole time she didn't even know what we were working on. We're just like, "Go share that picture." And she's like, okay, what is this? And we're like, don't worry about it. Yeah. So
I feel like I would do that.
Just do
Completely
it.
forget to show somebody stuff.
No, that's the thing I've had with the cartoon, because I'm using the full Aussie guys as the voice cast. Like, I kind of want to show them what I'm doing so they have an idea of what they're voicing, but at the same time I want to kind of keep it as a surprise because I'm premiere it on their podcast, so I get the reaction. So I'm kind of having to hold stuff back, even with people in the same scenes. I'm trying to hold back little jokes from each person, like just so I get the legitimate reaction when they do the podcast reveal kind of thing.
100%, man. Yeah, because you don't want to like spoil it so much that everybody's like, okay, cool. I mean, that's like a problem today with like modern movies and stuff. Is they like so many trailers and so many teasers and like there's so many things that they spoil that I'm like, that could have been a cool surprise if you hadn't said anything about it. It's funny to me. Marvel's like, they used to be really good at it. Marvel's terrible at it now. They're like, oh no, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire aren't in this movie, guys. We promise. Everybody's like, we all know that. But then they're like, yeah, but like, here's all the other characters in this movie that we didn't know about that like were actually a secret. So I'm gonna be in the next Epicverse video, right? Totally.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they're gonna have a monkey, and he's gonna have a
Wait
little
to
young
slide in
guy.
there.
Yeah, they're getting into gay porn.
Confirm nor
They're
deny.
doing gay
Yeah.
porn.
I'm not shooting porn, okay?
That's why they Jeremy's pepperoni nipples.
This has been a thing that's been following me around for a little bit. Like some of the other day at work, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm working on movie stuff. They're like, you're shooting porn? I'm like, I'm not shooting porn. They're like, oh, you already shot the porn. Gotcha. I'm like, no, I'm not doing porn. I promise. Yeah.
Devil made me do it. Do you want to let people know who you are, where to find you, and what you do?
Oh yeah, Devil Made Me Do It. Nalik3 on the Twitters. If you like memes, check it out. I need to come clean. Last week I wasn't 100% honest about who I really am.
On April 1st, you're coming clean, man.
Yeah, I know. My real name is Dr. Henry Jones, but I prefer to go by Indiana. I am a renowned archaeologist. I specialize in religious artifacts like the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, and the Lost Shemitah of Moses. And it seems like every time I go out to try to get one of these artifacts, though, I keep running into the Yahtzees. I mean, I run into them more than Antifa claims to.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I'm right there. I'm sorry I'm always in your way, okay?
And unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to suffer the same fate as most straight white men. I'm going to be replaced by an underqualified female.
Apparently, Mephisto is Scottish. So Mephisto is your father. Can you confirm that?
I don't want to confirm that.
The game was a dog, Indiana.
Well, thank you for coming clean, and I really appreciate your honesty with all the viewers and the Legion. I just want to say thank you very much.
Until next week.
Hey, it's cool.
So, with our special guest, Epic Mike. Thank you so much for being on. There is a video of the Epicverse coming soon, and would you mind if I bring up your website?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you would mind? Okay, let's not show it then.
No, I wouldn't mind. Go do whatever. Yeah, I always just say yes. People are like, "Would you mind?" I'm like, "Yes, I wouldn't mind."
I'm teasing.
So, do you want to let the people know what the Epicverse is and what people can look forward to?
Yeah, so I've answered this question a lot, and I still get people going like, "What is it?" we're like, but what is it though? So it is a production studio that me and Josiah Rises started together. And specifically we specialize in original content. Because that's kind of our goal. The conversation we had, I mean, me and Josiah have been working on stuff together for years, but the conversation we had was, there's nobody making really original content right now within the circles that we're in. We watched Ripa drop his own comic book, and that was a huge success for him. And but there's a lack of production, a lack of like short films, feature films, things like that. And I think that it's really needed right now. I think a lot of people have just been relying on and hoping that companies like Marvel and DC, Warner Brothers and stuff will just come around and eventually start making the content that we've been hoping for. And they'll never change until they see either there's a demand for it or they're not going to change and they'll go under. That's the only two options they currently have right now. We're watching these companies consistently make bad content or poor content or shove identity politics in the content, things like that, or the message and preaching at their audiences and stuff. So we just said, you know what? We'll just do our own thing. We'll just pull the trigger on making our own stuff. And when you go to the website like you're on right now, obviously there's a teaser, but all the coming soons that are on the website, we did it on purpose. Those are all different projects that we're working on that, once they're ready to be released, we'll put like a screenshot of what it's going to be on the list so that people can actually see what's going on. Because like legitimately, like the first coming soon, that's a shot from the short film that we shot, but the hope is that instead of saying, hey, let's start an Indiegogo or a crowdfunder and say, can you give us money? We promise we'll make something. We want to put our best foot forward and actually create some content, show you guys what we're working with, what we can do and what we want to do and what we're capable of as we get more funds and as we get more resources. So we wanted to, put together a bunch of stuff so that when we launch Epicverse as a site and as a brand, everybody can go, cool, these guys actually have content. They're actually showing us what they can do. And now we can support them in making better stuff, because that's the real answer, I think, to this is, the support of, audiences and knowing that you guys have direct line of sight to us. You can talk to us. I can come on the stream and you guys can give us feedback on what you guys think about things. You can, ask questions, and then also just meeting different people that have different skills. I've met a lot of editors that are like, man, I wish I had stuff to edit, but like I can do it. I love editing, but they're not hiring in Hollywood, or I don't think I could get a job in Hollywood because they don't agree with my politics and stuff. So the other hope for Epicverse is to be a hub for people to come and where we can meet people and connect people with editors, writers, people that make music, all of that stuff. Animators, that's a huge thing. YouTube killed the animation, their animation department. Like, there was big animators on YouTube back in the day, and they're all gone because there was nothing. YouTube wouldn't push their algorithms and stuff. So there needs to be like a resurgence of people that want to make content and can, and just need the help or the resources and connections. So that's kind of in a nutshell what Epicverse is. It's a production studio, but it's also a hub for people to be able to come and make connections with people so that we can help facilitate more independent projects and more creativity.
That is incredible. I know there's so much talent out there that just doesn't have a way to get their stuff out and actually succeed. I mean, look at Kenzo, right? He started with memes and now he's making straight up cartoons for the full Aussie. There's a lot of talent out there, and that's actually one of the reasons why the Legion was created, to get that talent and help people grow. Do people reach out to you on the website? Is there like an email or something people can send their stuff to you?
Yeah, you can do, I believe it's epicversestudios@gmail.com. You can also, josiahrises@gmail.com is another one. And then you can message me at epicmikebusiness@gmail.com as well. Those are all different. We try to make a lot of different places. And then, yes, there's a spot on the website, I believe, that has the email address you can contact us through. So yeah, we always encourage people to reach out. I have like some people have already heard this spiel, but the biggest thing is I want you guys to reach out if you have experience, if you're interested, even if you don't have experience and you're just trying to figure it out. The worst that you're going to hear from us is not right now or a no, but even a no isn't like don't talk to me again or don't contact me again. I get a lot of messages, a lot of emails. Josiah gets a ton of messages and emails. Hey, I do this, or I've done this, or I've worked in this. Can I help you guys? Do you guys need me for stuff? And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't at the time, but we keep track of all those people and all those connections, actors. I have a ton of business cards and emails from actors, and I've been sent multiple scripts, and I keep track of all of that stuff because even if I can't do something with it, if I meet somebody that's like, hey, I'm looking for actors for something, I'm like, I know people that are good that you don't have to worry about the quality of their acting, or I know a writer and he's just looking for somebody to do writing for, or I know an animator who does animation but they don't know how to write, so they need somebody to be able, they can help them write and stuff. So I always encourage people to reach out, talk to us. We actually, speaking of the full Aussie, Grant Gregory is actually part of the Epic Verse. He's on our team. Because he reached out, he said, listen, I love editing, I'm good at it. I'm like, well, I already know you're good at it, so so he's been really awesome, and he brought a different perspective on editing than than the other people we have editing, because he's very much about like AI and how they can help elevate productions in a way that we couldn't before. So there's like a lot of really cool stuff that we're learning and bringing different people on the team to help build our team and build like this core team out. But I always encourage people, if you want to reach out, please do. You don't have to hesitate. And the way it works is, we're a team. It's less of a hierarchy of like, well, me and Josiah are the top guys. Sorry, I can also ramble a lot, so you'll have to forgive me. But I mean, this stuff just gets me really excited. So reach out to us. Just know that, you can reach out to me on Twitter. You can DM me on Twitter. If I don't respond right away, I'll get to you. But I mean, we always want to help other people. So
that sounds amazing, man.
I just purchased some merch.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you said about YouTube on animation, that you've hit a nail on the head with that, and because I used to do Lego stop motion back in the day.
Oh wow!
It did get some good views, but there were like creators like Forest Fire 101, for instance. Like he made such good videos, such humorous, and he had like 1 million subscribers, and now his videos don't get anywhere near the viewership he once had. Like it's amazing how animation has died out so much purely because of the algorithm. And what you said also about actors, like that's amazing to hear. I'm a graduated filmmaking student, so when I was like trying to make films, like the hardest thing was getting actors, essentially. Anyone that could do more than just read the scripts, essentially. We had like tons of camera people all over the place. Like but there weren't any like producers, there weren't any necessarily directors either. Just people who knew how to hold the camera, essentially. That sounds absolutely amazing. The whole Epic Verse Studio thing.
So how do you hold a camera?
I think you press like the red button. I'm not entirely sure.
With your feet,
like
right?
Yeah.
Just like walk around with it on your
wanted to make sure.
I actually don't know how to hold a camera correctly. I'm more
I
of a
don't
writer. So you don't want to ask me, but man, I mean that's a big thing. Like there's a guy, one of the people, he's like he used to be one of my favorite animators on YouTube. His name is Harry Partridge. And he used to do some really fun stuff. I really like his animation style. And I remember he was kind of, he got really big because he did a Skyrim review. It has like right now it has 24 million views or whatever, and it was like when Skyrim was about to first come out. And I remember him talking about that on an interview one time that he did, where he was talking about how frustrating it is because YouTube used to push animators. The algorithm used to be a lot more open than it is now, and so people would just get popular by making something that was trendy. Oh, imagine that. You make something people want to see and people go watch it, and so you get millions of views and things like that. And now they basically shut that whole thing down. And so a lot of these YouTubers either had to go get jobs, like regular jobs, and now they can't do animation as much as they did, or they had to go work for a studio, which doesn't let them have any freedom and creativity and stuff like that. And that's like really tragic. And it's really heartbreaking to see that, because I think animation is, well, for one, it's a lot of work, but it's an untapped medium because there's a lot of things you could do with animation that you can't do with live action and stuff. I mean, we're seeing it in the anime community. Look how massive the anime community has exploded in the last few years, you know? So I would love to be able to get to a point where, yeah, we can help facilitate people being animators and working again and doing things like that and working on projects that they're passionate about again. Yeah.
Yeah, I also appreciate the fact that you're leaving it open to new talent who's like they're not sure but they want to do something.
Yep.
You're going towards the passion, and I think that's very important. People aren't going to feel like it's a slog to make these things. You know, they actually want to put their hearts and their energy and do the work.
Yes, because there's a lot of people in the industry that are talented but are burned out, and I'm all for working for people. And if you have experience in the industry, I'm all for working with those people. What I'm less interested in people that have lost the spark. Because I've met people like that, or seen people like that, and they don't have any passion for it anymore. They're just like, yeah, I'll do another project. I need the money, or blah 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 and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but I want somebody that goes like, I love acting, or I've only done a little bit, but I haven't had a lot of chance to do acting. I know, just within some of our circles, I don't want to out their names, but you'll see them in future Epicverse projects because we've already talked about them. I'll specifically drop one because he talks about it all the time. But like Adam Krigler is like, he has a lot of he's been trained as an actor, and stuff, but he's never been offered a role because if you don't work in the industry, people go like, oh well, you're not part of SAG or whatever, so like we're not gonna hire you to work on projects and stuff. But like there's a lot of people like that within just our circles that are like classically trained actors or went to film school and things like that are like, man, it would be awesome to work on something, but because I don't work in the industry, I don't get the love, or I don't get any offers, or I don't get talked to about stuff. So yeah, like being open to that, you find some really really big surprises. Like you can't find the next big thing looking in the same pool of people you're already pulling out of. And right now with the way the industry is, like the writers in the industry are terrible. The people that do animation, they're all burned out, they're all tired, they don't want to do it anymore. Disney's been running these animation studios into the ground and stuff. It's really sad to see, and I would love to see one day like there be an insurgence of people that are just passionate again about the product and passionate again about making good stories.
I think the more people like you that are out there, I think the more they'll start popping up.
I hope so. Yeah.
It gives people the motivation to do it, like knowing that there is an opportunity in the future. Fine, it might not be with Hollywood or a big studio, but this studio does have the potential to grow to levels that would put some Hollywood studios to shame, because they're so open. And I think that's super important. It's funny, Flawed had the reaction I had inside, but he was able to do it outside.
Adam's a cool dude.
Yeah, Adam's one of my favorite people. Been a long time follower of his and big supporter of a lot of stuff that he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
So shout out to you, Adam. Adam's been on the show a couple of times, and
that's awesome.
Us a shot. So thank you, mate.
Yeah, he's good people.
So
I can definitely relate to some of the things you were saying there, Mike, about the Epicverse, about bringing people in that don't necessarily have skills in all areas, where they might be an animator but struggle at writing, or might be a writer. Because it's my first time dipping my toe into making animated stuff, and obviously I'm doing it all myself. So I'm writing it, drawing it, animating it, doing the scripting myself. And everything, and because I've had a lot of help from like Skirmitar, Mr. Grant Gregory especially. I've had a few chats with him just to bounce ideas off him, and it is helpful to have someone else there, just because obviously I'm second guessing myself with some of the jokes, and it is helpful to have people out there. So it's refreshing to know that there is, I could possibly even contact you guys and for some help, and there's other people that can do that. It's really nice for us new content creators to know that there is a production company out there with a passion for content creation like we have. You're not just out there to make money or to sell a product. You have a passion for putting stuff out there, and it's really refreshing, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. Yeah,
I mean, yes, but he needs to eat, so make sure you support his project.
Yeah. The money is always nice, but the end goal is not that. I think I've talked about this before too, and you know, we like the hashtag Iron Age has kind of popped up a lot, you know. But part of the genius of that whole Iron Age thing is like iron is accessible to just about anybody. It's, you know, like the idea is that anybody could learn how to like smelt and forge something that's made out of iron instead of sometimes like the specializations that it takes. So, you know, that's the thing. I think we're coming to a point where there won't be these major studios doing these $100-200 million movies anymore. I think a lot of that is going to disappear. I think we're going to get back to a much slower, much smaller production level. But what we'll have is now it'll be in communities like this where I can, you know, I can work, like Epicverse can work on something, and then, you know, with the help of like Friday Night Tights, or, you know, with Geeks and Gamers, or, you know, with the Rippaverse and things, that there can be a lot of eyes on those projects that wouldn't normally, you know, it's like built-in marketing, because like I know you guys, and you know, you guys know us, and so you know whatever you're going to get from us, you know that you can trust that we're trying to put our best foot forward. And so there's a lot more room, a lot more grace there for new projects and new ideas and original thoughts, instead of these, you know, studios that go, okay, well, we have $200 million on the line, so we have to hire these actors, or we have to do this. And then now the more insipid part of it is they have all these checklists behind the scenes of like, okay, well, this many people on your cast need to be this, and this need to be people in the movie need to be that.
Quota.
Yeah, the diversity quotas. And then you miss out on actual talent instead of just trying to meet a checklist, because it's the thing. Okay, you know, do I have the right people? Oh, you know, we have all these roles cast, but we need still, you know, this person to be cast. So we'll just
it's even in animation. Even in animation now, you have to have the right people voicing the right characters.
Yes,
and it's just getting kind of ridiculous.
It is getting ridiculous. And yeah, the whole thing of like just relying on big movie stars to like voice things instead of good voice actors voicing things and making like products better, you know, because that's the thing. Like if a movie star is qualified for the role, cool, but sometimes like I watched an interview with Nick Kroll where he was talking about how easy it is to do voice acting and how like little he cares. Like he just was like, yeah, I show up and I just do like 2 days worth of work and then I go home. And you're like, okay, cool, man, great. I'm glad you're so passionate about what you work on, you know. So yeah, I you know, the hope is to see that grow, and yeah, to inspire people to go, hey, guess what? Like if we're doing it, you can do it too. And if you need help, we'll see what we can do to help you. So
yeah, I mean, the Legion isn't anywhere close to what you guys are doing, but it's definitely a kind of a core value is to help each other grow and
absolutely,
you know, get better at what we do. Devil Made Me Do It has been doing some great video edits as well. I know that he's learning, and you know, that's what I appreciate. You know, everybody in the Legion is trying to get better and better in their craft, and I think that you know, Epicverse and the Legion of Memers does have that kind of in common when it comes to the thought process of helping each other grow and get better.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't wait for the Epicverse to come out just so I have content to be like, okay, I'm gonna make a meme of this and y'all are gonna enjoy it, have some fun.
Absolutely, man.
So before No Green Rock starts crying because he's so excited, CJP, how you doing,
Oh, 5 minutes. You actually say, "Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? You good?"
This is the longest intros we've done yet. So
Yes,
Because I won't stop talking.
we love you. We love you, Mike.
What you say is incredibly interesting, though. So it's not like we're sitting there just, you know, waiting for our interest to be over. I mean, carry
It's
on.
not like
Talking
No
for
Green
you, like-
Rocks is talking or anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When he starts talking, I tune him out. When you talk, I listen very, very vigilantly.
Well, thank you.
Well, listen, I am CJP, the resident, you know, actual musician of the group. I know Ken's a musician too, but I do nothing but music and horrible memes. But yeah, in fact, I'm actually in the process of. I'm waiting for YouTube to actually finish processing a song that I just posted to my channel. But
Nice.
it's funny to see, you know, what the original content I do. Yeah, it doesn't do shit. But I've been doing a lot of stuff with GoldenEye and the James Bond music. That stuff does great. It's just interesting to see what the algorithm picks up and what it doesn't.
Absolutely. Yeah, you never know. But yeah, they favor like, you know, content that they know people like think are popular and they're going to follow, which is disappointing because you should also if a channel's picking up growth, you should like also their original stuff and their different ideas. But yeah, man, anytime you deviate from the algorithm, it punishes you for it, and it's really sad to see that.
But I like doing original music too. I mean, I'm not just a Bond musician, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not a Bond girl, okay? You can't objectify me.
Well, you
I mean, I kind of was already, but my bad.
I know it's these luscious tits.
Yeah.
hey, those are mine.
Dermarant is going to get upset at that one. I'll tell you that.
All right, Dermot, on your gimmick. On your gimmick.
Yeah.
Best
These
tits in
are-
the Legion. Man.
Right.
That's another-
That is right.
For some reason.
That's a good badge to have. Yeah, best tits.
I have the best tits in the
Oh
Legion.
my god, it was so fast.
Oh, damn.
Just have them ready to go.
So,
Always.
is the video processing will be out in a few minutes?
Yeah, I actually just finished, so it's I'll copy the link and because this is original, there's no copyright. Nobody has to worry about that shit. So.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Dermy, I see you're almost at 1K.
Yes, actually, I am almost at 1K subs.
Nice.
I've almost doubled the watch hour requirement. I'm at 879 subs as of right now, so only 120 more left to go.
Nice.
And I put it out on Twitter. Once I make it to 1K, that first and monetize that first live stream, I'm gonna shave off the beard.
Oh,
Wow.
You get baby
yeah.
face Dermy.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. It is
yeah,
going to be really
it
bad.
sounds like it's gonna be really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved off my beard in like 15 years.
I know why, Dermy. I know you think Heron's gonna, take you back.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No.
I suggested he let Rastercaster waterboard him, but
That is going to be something that we do. He has to come to Anime Matsuri though to waterboard me. That's
No.
going to be.
he already bought the plane ticket. He's picking out the bucket.
And suddenly 5 more subs, Demi. Yeah. Come on, guys. We need those subs for Demi.
Yeah,
you
it
need
looks
me to
like
take my shirt
Mephisto
off?
is keeping an eye on your channel. Suddenly 5 more subs, Dermy.
Yeah, I'm at 884. Let's
Awesome.
get them
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
Shaving your
Awesome.
beard.
Keep it up.
Wouldn't that chase away subscribers, not get them to subscribe?
No,
I
it
mean,
would
I don't
probably
know.
make them laugh at me more. I am happy to be here with Mike. He's possibly my favorite member of G&G.
I appreciate that.
Don't
man.
tell the other members that, though, Mike.
No, you absolutely can flaunt that everywhere. I'll be like, let them know. Derby Wormy said I'm his favorite, so yeah. Yeah.
I love watching any stream you're on, whether it's tabletop where you're just done with Fed Rudai and want to just end everything that he throws at you, whether it's Mario Kart when you're just yelling up a storm. I love everything that you get on.
I appreciate that, guys. It's weird. It's very surreal. I have a lot of imposter syndrome. I'm just like a regular freaking dude. Like if you guys like this is the thing. Like my setup isn't great already. Like I'm in a closet right now.
I remember watching you when you weren't in the closet. You just had a curtain behind
I
you.
just a curtain behind me, and somebody's like, "Are you in like a tent?" I'm like, "I kind of wish I was."
You got to get out of the closet.
You gotta get out of the closet, man. You gotta
Come
get
out of the closet.
Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
I'm deeply in the closet.
Doing a
Like, I
stream.
don't think I could get any deeper in this closet.
CJP, didn't we like do research on where that term came from? Where did it come from again? Going out the closet? I can't remember now. We did well beyond research, Ben, and we forgot it now. God damn it.
And True Pop Culture, do you want to know where the people can find you, what you do, and what projects you have coming up?
Well, yeah, I'm True Pop Culture 7, here to laugh and think about pop culture stupidity. I'm an editor with way too much time on his hands, I guess, making intros and Michael Bay explosions. Yeah, I've released a recent video on my channel, which is the bizarre rant of Indy, Kathleen, and the horse. I think is the specific title. I nearly forgot the title. Wow. Yeah, it's a hilarious rant that Az had on the BBC. Did some funny clips there and there of it, and essentially, I think Nedrotic tweeted it out, which I was like incredibly surprised by. But yeah, I'm glad some bigger creators like appreciate some of my work, some of my editing, and yeah, and also as a graduated filmmaking student, I listen to Epic Mike here talking at the show, and I am completely hooked, fascinated by what he has to say. So yeah, very, excited for the show. But as I said, Soups, I have a very important announcement for today. Like, I've just sent it in the chat here. I think it's a controversial take, but it has to be said, really. And this is what I tweeted out. And if you could just share the screen, I'll read out my statement. I know it's going to be a little hard to accept the truth, but you guys have to trust me on this. All right? If Soups, if you could just get it on screen. Yeah. So you know what?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm going to be honest about my thoughts on this for once. I know people have been giving it shit in the past, but I really think it's quality. It has family-like bond between characters and such complexities that most people miss. Picard Season 3, image unrelated.
You got everybody with that one, I think.
Happy April Fools, everyone. Happy April Fools.
101 people saw it.
Oh,
I think 100 people saw this and they were like, "He fucking got me. I'm not giving him that goddamn like."
I'm seeing like 70 engagements with it. I'm like, I guess no one likes being fooled, eh?
One Disney World fan was like, "Oh yeah, finally they get it." And he's all,
Happy April Fools, everyone. Happy
That
April
is a great. I love that. I kind of also love people's reactions. If you fell for it, like the damn thing, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is funny. It's very funny. Also, real quick, Cell Shade, if you want to reach out to me, you can DM me on Twitter or epicmikebusiness@gmail.com all together. We're always looking for people, and animators are they're good animators.
Cell Shade's a legend.
So awesome. He's fantastic.
He's a pro,
awesome.
man.
So if you need music,
I'm always looking for music people too. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you're looking for somebody to take off a shirt,
gang banged by everybody over here. Pick me.
Listen, you guys reach out because, like I said, I just tell people don't get discouraged if I tell you like if we have a slate of projects already set up. But there's a future for Epicverse. Like that's the point. And the future is like that's the thing. We're always looking for people because I have no idea what kind of projects we're going to be doing. You know, once we launch things, you know, we have ideas for what we want to do, but we're going to need a lot of people and a lot of hands to make these things work. And the thing is, I'd rather work with people and help people and employ people that I know are going to do good work and are passionate and like actually like good people than just employ somebody that works in the business because they work in the business, you know. So
it's good to keep it like it's good to keep it in the fellowship. I was lucky to get an amazing piece of music through asking Lethal. I was like to Lethal, do you know any good musicians? Because I want like some deathcore. And he said, "Oh well, Sergeant Herbs is a metal musician." I just reached out to him. Like I didn't know whether he was just a guitarist or whether he was a producer, and he hit me up with an original piece of music that's now the theme for my cartoon, and it seriously leveled up my whole project. You know?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, you never know. And I actually just had somebody on the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channel, the guy that did the music for Junkyard Heroes. He's a metalcore musician as well, and he invited me just the other day to one of his concerts, which is like in Michigan. I didn't know he lived like I don't know if he lives in Michigan, but he has a concert in Michigan. So he invited me to it, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like it's a small world because like you know I'm like heck yeah, I'll come check that out. You know it's just cool because you never know who you're going to connect with, and you never know who has something you need. And like Sergeant Herbs is good people. So
I can set up one hell of a craft food table for sets. You know,
I'm all for that. Listen, you saw what I ate before I started this stream. It's sitting right there. I didn't finish it, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I did that.
I think we all want to know at this point.
You don't want to know.
We need an Odin pizza cam.
It's a Taco Bell.
No, it's self. Yeah, I took a frozen pizza and I did some stuff with it to.
Just eating like actual frozen pizza.
No, I threw it in the microwave for a really long time and it did not turn out very well. I'm just looking at it right now; it's bad.
With Egos and on top of it.
My wife was very disappointed at me. Like she was like, "I can't believe you did this," and I'm like, "I need to eat." Okay, so yeah, no, it's all good though.
Yeah, man. I'm a 20-year-old bachelor, so you're not too far off the mark there.
When he's in the hospital getting his stomach pumped, he'll be like, "Goddamn Legion."
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I won't. Yeah, I won't blame you guys. I blame myself. I could have just not eaten, but
It better not have pineapple on there.
No, it doesn't have pineapple. Never.
God.
Good, that would be blasphemy.
Yeah. Me and my lady have a. Yeah, if I ever start eating pineapple with pizza, she has to shoot me because it's not me.
Inconceivable!
Just pull the trigger, do it. Yeah.
I don't know why I hang out with you hateful people.
Listen, we're just trying to help you. Okay.
I love you, devil, but no.
We
It's a lot
love
of
you.
something you shouldn't be doing.
I respect Epic versus Epic Mike a whole lot more right now.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
because of
something that you shouldn't do. Yeah.
I
it does not belong on pizza.
I
End
ate
of.
pineapple on pizza today,
It's really sad.
and
All
that's
right,
not an
Soups,
April
kick him
Fool's.
out.
That's not-
Kick him out.
Well, also he lives. To be fair, because I'm gonna guess you live in Australia, right?
No,
I'm gonna throw that out there.
I live in the UK. I live
do
in
you
the
really?
UK. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Then you don't have any excuse. I was gonna say, if you live in Australia, it's a made up place.
I just like to
Exactly.
appropriate. I just like to appropriate their culture. I'm not actually from
That's
there.
fair. Yeah. See, they perpetually live in a position where they're on the edge of dying. So, like, I have a lot of I have a lot of love for them because pineapple on pizza is like the least worst thing that they have to experience on a daily basis. For talking to some of them, they're like, "Oh yeah, like we have these poisonous snakes right in our backyard. They're just sitting there, Oh, don't drink the water because it's got poisonous like bacteria in it. Oh, we have sharks.
They've even got
yeah.
scary mythical creatures like the marsupial lion and the drop bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like half of our country is uninhabitable by humans, so we don't know what's there living in those deserts, and like, oh, look at the platypus. Oh, guess what? Oh, it's poisonous too. Congratulations. Everything in your country is poison. You know what?
Or
I
a
get why they-
marsupial. Yeah. Or it's got a pouch.
It's got a yeah. It's like
Yeah, I was thinking of making my first video, and it's gonna be me kidnapping people and forcing them to make pineapple pizza like Jigsaw.
Hail,
Might read a slice.
hail, Lord Pepsi. Appreciate the tip, man. What up, y'all? I don't know what I think of Les Légions de Mimers.
how is it that you can't read
Bad.
normal English?
You can read
but
French.
You can read French and like pronounce it so well.
Le Légion des Humains.
Because I lived
You have to do it
I lived
before,
abroad
Peter.
for so long, so English is a little bit more hard for me than other languages. I grew up
Did you
around
just
the
say you
French,
lived as
Australia,
abroad?
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, I lived as abroad.
lived on
April-
abroad?
yeah, I'm transitioned. April Fools, everybody.
Oh, so you went from monkey to ape. Okay.
Exactly. Also, my dog used to take commands only in French, so I had to learn to speak a little French because of her.
I like how the magpies that dive. Yeah, like imagine just having non-poisonous birds that just try to peck your eyes out.
I want to train a flock of attack crows because they remember people's faces.
Yeah. Attack crows would be really legit. Yeah, because you can give them like more complex commands, and you can be like, hey, that's actually kind of legit. Crows are pretty awesome.
So I do want to just do my intro real quick because I do want to give a shout out to somebody.
You haven't done your intro yet?
No.
I haven't done my intro at
We're an
all.
hour in.
No,
We're an hour in
actually,
already.
Oculus, you go ahead, go first.
Well,
mate.
we thought you
Sorry.
were sleeping in your chair,
Oh
Oculus.
no, I was fixing this mic crap going on in the background. But yeah, my name is Oculus. I have a Twitter account you can follow where I post random Friday night type memes. And yeah, it's been like we've gone full FNT in our life, like with the introductions and crap.
Oculus, I'm glad you got the mic worked out. Mike, was that your fault?
My fault that his mic wasn't working.
He's having epic mic
Probably.
problems.
Yeah, yeah. I had that effect on people. Yeah.
So I the only reason why I wanted to get to my intro is because I want to give a big shout out to the Front Porch Conservative The Front Port Conservative through Flagrant Triggers, who tagged me in a post, was my first commission for an intro, which I've never been commissioned to do anything. And I really appreciate him reaching out and helping me out, because the funds are going to the Legion, because that's what's most important to me right now. And I am Superman if he wasn't scared of green rocks. I make memes and make intros and have fun while I'm doing it. I'm the creator and founder of the Legion of Memers. But nobody gives a poop about me. Let's get to the subjects at hand.
Finally.
Yeah.
Talk about shit. What the fuck kind of show is this?
So I wanted to share this with you. I'm sure you've all have seen it by now. Did you guys see what the interview with Chris Pratt talking about Mario Brothers and the criticism about his voice?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, actually,
Yes,
I did. I did a
I
video
have
on
not
it.
seen this yet, actually.
He's gone
So.
full Henry Cavill on this one. Like Henry
Yeah,
Cavill-
yeah. The thing is, the criticism was like, why not get the original voice actor? Essentially, people were pissed that it's just what Chris Pratt, such a mainstream actor to choose. It's ridiculous. And to be honest, I kind of agreed with them until Chris Pratt answered like a Chad in
Yeah.
this interview. But yeah, I still get the sense like they could have just got the original voice actor for Mario. Why on earth not? But
I
No,
think
no,
him
let
and
us- Yeah?
I think him and Henry Cavill need to teach a master class on how to, respond to criticism that
Mhm.
Hollywood needs to watch.
yeah, they need to take notes definitely.
Yeah.
Like you always want to I'll say that after we watch the video. Yeah, let's watch a bit of it.
I thought Jennifer Lawrence was the first Mario.
She was, yeah.
Before we get to that, I just want to say, Flawed, my DMs are open for you anytime. You don't have to worry about commission. I've been more than happy to help you out. And same thing goes for the rest of the community. Even if you want some of my work, just reach out to me. Like I know times are tough, so if you can't pay,
just get into his DMs.
We'll find a way to help each other. Also, don't forget, I am Jewish and I live in the Middle East, so bargaining is my jam.
Yeah.
So,
Green Rock.
I'll go the price.
Green Rocks is the broad that will work for you.
So let's go check out what Chris Pratt said in this interview. Are we going to get copyright struck for this?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's an interview.
You can see the passion kind of in his face and in his voice for all that. Like, I'm
that
excited.
is
to
how
see
you
it.
answer a question like that.
Yeah.
You always have to essentially persuade people to watch your movie, even if they have criticism or not. And today, stupid actors, what they answer that question is just essentially say, call people bigots, throw insult as well. How is that going to attract people to watch your movie? It isn't. And that's how you should answer a question like that. Absolutely brilliant done. It's the logical thing to do. Attract people to your movie. It's that simple.
Yep.
Well, look at Dungeons and Dragons, for example. I heard it's like really good, but blame the people.
Yeah,
that
I've
make
been
it.
hearing that too. I was like, it's free on Amazon. Fuck it. I don't really want to
I
watch
actually
it.
just saw it yesterday, and yeah,
Really?
it's actually pretty fucking good. I was actually really surprised.
What about this whole thing with the emasculating of men? Because
So
I
that's
know
the
there's
thing.
like this article or whatever about.
Yeah,
that.
there was an article, and Chris Pine talked about it and stuff, and I'm like, at some point, these studios need to say like, shut the fuck up, or like, don't talk about, like, stop trying to push these identity politics, because okay, yes, in the movie you can kind of see where he's coming from. The idea is that, instead of them, like, Chris Pine does not play the stoic hero. He plays like a bard who is like, he has issues and flaws, but for some reason at some point in time people got it in their heads that strong male characters are people that don't have flaws, or people that don't have character development or don't have character growth, and that they're just like these like stoic men that never make have any problems or fail at anything. And that's not the case at all. But the idea in the film is that, the concept is that some of the male characters in the film have like character arcs and need to overcome some inadequacies and insecurities and things like that. And I'm like, that's like not a new concept. So it actually works in the movie. But if you listen to the actor's motivation, then Chris Pine's like, oh yeah, we really wanted to emasculate the characters and make them not seem like, I'm like, they don't act feminine, they don't act, they don't act like sissies, nobody in the movie ever criticizes them for being men or treats them like they're stupid or nobody does the men or anything. None of that happens in the movie, so I don't see why they thought that was a talking point to sell the film. I would have much preferred them to just throw that interview in the trash because it was really stupid. Because the movie is actually really good. If you've played D&D, there's a lot of deep cuts. It's set in the Forgotten Realms. They flat out tell you it's set in the Forgotten Realms. They show you the whole Forgotten Realms map. You get like a glimpse of Icewind Dale. You know, they mentioned Baldur's Gate. You know, there's a lot of things that happen. And like, even in the movie, I wouldn't say that the female characters are flawless. But like, I mean, because they all kind of do have problems. But they all have different problems. But surprise, surprise, nobody's perfect. Because yeah, the women don't succeed at everything that they do. They don't fully understand everything that there's going on. They don't always have insights or the answers. In fact, Chris Pine is the kind of the one that is the driving force of the movie. I was actually really surprised by it. It feels like the way the MCU started. Like, it was like a fun, entertaining movie with really good action, a good plot. I wouldn't say it's like mind-blowingly good or anything, but it's a good plot. And at the end of the day, I had a really good time with it. I'm actually planning to go take my kids to go see it because it was actually like a family fun like journey. And I really didn't expect that at all. My expectations were in the toilet. I went in there very cynical about it, and I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. I had a really good time with it. So yeah.
That's the one thing though I just don't like about current Hollywood is going into all of these different projects with that horrible low expectation.
Yeah.
You're going into things and thinking, oh, this is gonna be crap, and then having to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go into something knowing I'm going to enjoy it.
It would be nice to have expectations of like, okay, this better impress me beyond being just decently good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Card season 3 has been that for me.
Okay.
I've been pleasantly surprised the fact that it's actually good.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I didn't think I would ever enjoy Picard. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of season 1. I said this show is garbage and I wouldn't watch it, and I didn't watch any of season 2. I watched some clips from it and I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I expected. And then when I started watching Picard season 3 because I kept hearing it was good, I was shocked. Like, it just has gotten better and better and better.
It's like a different show, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Anomaly.
Running it.
Yeah.
It's Terry Metalis, and Terry Metalis actually watched Next Generation. I mean, oh God, he watched the source material.
Yeah. It's
funny
amazing
that we got a good show by accident, essentially, because Kurtzman wasn't really looking at it. It's.
He's like,
Gary had a point.
I'm gonna give you
Gary had a point
budget.
that they were using. That they were using screenwriters before rather than TV show writers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a big part of it. The other part of it is that there's this attitude with newer, younger writers where they have to, one, make their mark on whatever franchise they're part of, and then 2, they have this attitude. It's very much like a teenager going like, oh, the stuff my dad liked wasn't cool. So there's like this weird, like, we have to tear down what came before it so we can build up something new. We saw it in Star Wars with the sequels. Like, tear down everything that happened. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Which, like, doesn't make any sense at all. Because then at the very end of the movie, they basically just say, nope, everything's the same that it was. Like, they didn't do anything different. Like, that's a big criticism I have of The Last Jedi, is that, like, it is an inconsequential movie because literally nothing changes other than they killed Luke Skywalker. And that's why the movie sucks, is because they spent all this time building up this concept and these ideas, which was already been established in Star Wars before that, but then to say like, cool, yeah, at the end of it all, nah, none of that actually happened. We're still, like, the Resistance becomes rebels, which doesn't make any sense because the Empire's is in control, and all this stuff, and it's just like, okay, cool, like, you just reset everything, and then Luke's like, and I won't be the last Jedi, it's Rey, and I'm like, but why is she the last Jedi? Like, there's other. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's like, basically, here's all the consequences, and then none of the consequences happen, and then Kylo basically becomes a Sith at the end of the movie, and you're like, I thought he was all done with that. I thought he wasn't trying to do all of that stuff. But it's the same in Star Trek. get rid of and ignore all the other things. Talk about how problematic some of the past was, which doesn't make any sense because Star Trek literally is established on the point that like they've done away with racism and prejudice and money and all of that stuff, and they're living for like scientific discovery and understanding of new civilizations and new, and connecting with these new things diplomatically. And they're like, oh yeah, let's not do any of that. Let's talk about how racism is bad in Star Trek. And we're like, we already knew that. Like, we didn't need to rehash that again. Yeah. So
the biggest thing is they don't understand that both the original series and Next Generation in that section of Star Trek is they would present a problem that is current at that time, concept of racism or anything like that. But they would present you both sides of the argument, and let the audience decide how they thought it should have gone.
That's it right there.
Well, especially like that, the original series episode is "Let That Be Your Last Battlefield," where there's only 2 people left of this race, and the only reason they hate each other is because one half is black, one half is white, and the other guy's switched.
Yep.
But they destroyed each other for it. But that was presenting a racism argument, but not telling you that, well, the guy with the half black face, half white face, he was right the whole time.
Yes. Yep. And that's exactly it. The modern Trek has to tell you, modern writers have to tell you the lesson. You have to get the message. You can't not understand the message. And the only other like example, the thing, and this is the reason why people hate modern writing a lot of times, because the only other group that really did that in movies were Christian films. And I'm a Christian, and I'm not trying to just knock on Christians, but like Christian films objectively are really bad, and most of them are really bad. Because the message is more about how can we proselytize and preach to people than how can we tell a good story. And the few that have just wanted to tell a good story, like Mel Gibson and Passion of the Christ, well, like he didn't have to, like at the end of the movie, Jesus didn't have to come out and be like, by the way, guys, did you get the message? Do you understand what's going on here? He just did a good movie,
Exactly. He didn't say like Jesus loves you and died for your sins, and at the end of the movie, hey, convert to Christianity, why don't you? Yeah, there's like very few films that are good Christian films, I would say, and they do not preach the mission. I think like one of them would be The Silence with Liam Neeson and Andrew Garfield. That was really deep, really powerful. Prince of Egypt is up there, like one of the old times as well.
Wait, is Prince of Egypt a Christian film though?
Technically,
I don't know. As somebody who's not a Christian, I don't really think it's a
Jewish
film.
Yeah,
I would count it there. I think Mel Gibson is also doing a sequel to Passion of the Christ as well.
He is, yeah. Jesus Reloaded.
Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, I can't wait for that because I read somewhere like he essentially used his own money to make that film. Like he went to Sony, he went to even Fox and whatnot. All the studios, they rejected it. I'm like, why is that? I wonder if it was. I wonder if it was a movie about any other religion. They would have been happy to accept it, but no, if it's about Jesus, oh God, no, we can't touch that.
Yeah.
Well, is people going to be like Gandhi too, and JF, where he just goes around like killing people and.
I want to see. Hold on, Epic Mike. I need to see an action Gandhi movie ASAP, like John Wick, where he's taking out the English.
Yeah,
but
John Gandhi. Yeah,
John
Gandhi.
RRR on steroids.
Yeah,
yo, that is a great film. If you have not seen that film, go see RRR.
I actually haven't seen it yet. It's on my list, but I've heard that it's really good. So
that and Bahubali are just like fantastic films. I think they're on Netflix now, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
but they are very like you're sitting there being like, why don't we have these kind of movies? Like they go from like serious to absurdity in a way that's like super acceptable, and the CG is spot on, dude. And it like even if when it's bad, it still is good. It's an enjoyable film, personally.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good way to. That's awesome. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. And the thing is, Bollywood has been trying for a long time to figure out the formula for what works, and they kind of found what they liked about Western movies, and they just kind of took it and they just ran with it. So it's awesome for them to be doing that. I mean, China does the same thing. China has an idea of what they want from movies, and some of their movies are actually really, really, really well done, and are completely devoid of like that, like Western influence of like trying to tell a message or trying to, you know, tell a story, or they're just telling good stories. They're not trying to, you know, proselytize a message to anybody. So
yeah, Fletcher said RR director would kill Justice League. I want to see him direct an Indian version of the Justice League
or the Avengers.
Indian Superman.
If
Yeah,
you
I was about
like,
to say, didn't they already do an Indian Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I
Like these are
just
like
shared one of
old
those on
school
my
films.
Instagram.
They're like
Yeah.
kind of bad, but like get them good.
It can't beat Italian Spider-Man though.
Nothing can beat Italian Spider-Man. Yeah, I
mean,
love Italian Spider-Man. Yeah.
So speaking of Justice League, are you a fan of the animated universe for DC, Mike?
Yeah.
of course, Soups brings this up. I noticed like a pattern on the 25 shows plus now that you always bring up DC animation.
Because
I mean, it's not a
love
bad thing, but I know
I
the
love
same.
it.
Yeah, you
I
do,
love
you
it.
do.
And so basically, James Gunn is saying endgame scenario for DC who could borrow an enemy from the New Frontier. So I don't know if you guys have you guys all seen the New Frontier?
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
not.
Is
I
that
highly
the
recommend it.
Wait, is that the 80s one? Like, essentially, where there's like a
Yeah.
meteor made of like dinosaurs and stuff like Yeah,
Yeah.
I had mixed feelings about that one, especially that they used essentially the wrong Flash. Why not use the old Flash with the helmet and stuff like that? I don't know why.
Big Eric.
Big Eric, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not use him? He'd definitely fit more with the 80s timeline. Definitely. I had mixed
I
feelings
don't
about
even
it.
like this villain because it brings everybody together. So why would it be an Endgame scenario? That would be your Avengers scenario. It wouldn't be Endgame.
See, I'm not the only one who likes the DC animated universe. I will talk about it every day, all the time, everywhere. So
You shill at it every time.
Your Endgame scenario would be Darkseid, essentially, but
I'm
not.
tired of
I mean,
Darkseid.
yeah,
I'm tired.
they kind of ruined it with the Justice League. Like
They
it
haven't
was
even
good,
done
but it
them.
wasn't.
They've only
Yeah, they
shown them.
did.
They haven't even done them. They haven't even shown how
In the
strong
animated,
he
they
could
have.
be.
But you
Give
see,
me a good
Darkseid
Darkseid.
is most. I think this is what DC's really forgotten, especially after New 52, because Darkseid is more of a New Gods villain than a Justice League villain, and I think people really get that false impression, especially after the Snyder Cut and the New 52. I do think for your Endgame level DC movie, it should be someone else other than Darkseid. You can always throw Darkseid in there, but I don't think he should be like the end boss. I think you need something a little different.
But he's a guy that's even gone toe to toe with Superman a lot of times before New 52.
Yeah, true.
Animated universes, Justice League
Yeah,
animated
but
universe.
you have villains like, I mean, you have villains like Brainiac. Brainiac's a good
True.
villain that we've barely ever seen. He would have been a good one
Oh,
to bring
yeah.
in and stuff.
Brainiac
Yeah,
you know?
is a
Superman
great
villain
villain.
though, right?
Yeah. Well, he is, but he's, you know, whenever he shows up, he's you know, I mean, I think he's a galactic level threat, but I think, you know, when he shows up, he's a problem for everybody.
Yeah,
You know, and it provides situations where, you know, people like Batman can be useful because, like, I don't know. This is a hot take, but it's one of those things like Batman dodging the Omega beams is like the most plot armor thing that's ever happened in the comics.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah, you got lofty takes now on that one. Get out of here, man.
No.
It's one of those
agree
things.
with him.
It's one of those things. I love Batman as a character. Okay, I really do. There's some amazing Batman stories, but when you start to get into the Justice League level stuff, and you're like, hey, this guy can punch Superman in the face and make him bleed. And then Batman's like, I dodged a punch from him. And he's like, hi, I have these eye beams that are undodgeable. Not even Superman can dodge them. Flash can get hit by them.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, parkour.
Yeah,
And he's like,
exactly.
I dodged it. And he's like, no one's
Yeah.
ever dodged my beams before. That's amazing. It's like, yeah, but like, you know, because you got to remember, like, if Superman like sneezed on a bad day, like Batman get his arms blown off his body.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and there's like,
Yeah.
I think in the animated, not the Justice League, there was one of the animated movies, like Darkseid punches Batman, And I know he's wearing an armored suit. He punches Batman. Batman's like, "Oh, I'm okay." He like spits out a little blood. He's like, "Wow, you're pretty tough for a human." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, like punch him, like really punch him." And his chest caves and he dies. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I want to see some internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Guys.
I agree with Mike. The thing is, with Batman, you should definitely show that he's more like of an intellectual.
Yes.
When he's fighting Darkseid, especially there's that scene where Batman threatens to blow up his whole planet. Essentially,
Yes.
I can't. It was
That was the same
what
one where he punched him. But yes, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'll blow up the whole planet," and he's like, "No, you wouldn't." He's like, "Yeah, I really would. Like, you're not humans. I don't care about any of you." I'll
So
kill everybody."
his spine will break from Bane's knee, but his chest will not break from Darkseid's fist.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a plot hole right there, guys.
But here's the thing, though. Like, Nightfall is like an actual, legitimately good Batman story.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
it's awesome. Like, it was such a cool concept to do. And so I don't hate Batman. I like Batman. I just think,
Me too.
he tells you, like, "Hey, if you want to take me down, just shoot me with a gun." And everybody's like, "What?" And he's like, "Just shoot me with a gun. Like, I can die from that. It's not even that. It's I'm not special. I'm just a dude." And they're like, "Oh, that's right. You're just a guy in a suit that thinks he's a bat." Like, I mean, I like Batman. Forgive me, but yeah, like, Darkseid is not the guy for Justice League if Batman's involved. Brainiac is a better one because then there's a lot of like chess match and like thinking about things and trying to outsmart a computer. That's a cool concept. Batman can be very useful during that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just one of those ones where, yeah.
What about the
don't get mad at me
Anti-Monitor?
about that. Yeah.
That's why I
The
like
Anti-Monitor.
Blank Man. It was like, just shoot him in the head.
Oculus.
Yeah.
That is a great anti-mon. Yes, that should be your
Anti-Monitor,
yeah.
endgame.
Anti-Monitor,
Yes.
yeah.
That would be a good
That
one.
should be
Which
your
they did
endgame.
use him for the crossover that they did for
Yeah,
the
that was.
Arrowverse, but
Well,
that
we don't
wasn't.
talk about
The
that.
only
we don't talk about
thing
that
I
one.
like about the crossover was what's his name getting to be Superman again.
Brandon Routh, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his Kingdom Come version of Superman.
Yeah.
I thought he did a much better job this way around.
Yes, I think so too. I think he was a good Kingdom Come Superman. Like, the only thing I ever enjoyed about the crossovers in the Arrowverse was when they finally let Green Arrow be Green Arrow, and like, because he had to, like, because the scale had to make sense, so he would be like doing trick shots and doing like these crazy ass like things. And I'm like, that's cool. That's what Arrow should look like when he's doing cool stuff. And then in his regular series, like, some thug on the street could just like beat him up with like a stick. I'm like, I thought you were supposed to be like this highly trained assassin. He's like, nah, I can't beat up a regular dude with a stick in the street. Or, yeah.
Vandal Savage. That should be the DC for the DC's.
They had Vandal Savage in on the CW, but it was
the second
Oh.
crossover.
it made me.
What has the
DC's
CW?
Legends of Tomorrow.
It was
Yeah.
so.
Oh.
It was.
It was
so
very
bad.
bad.
Christ.
Yeah.
Or the CW universe. That universe is garbage. I didn't even like Arrow. I'll admit it. I didn't like Arrow.
Really, even the first
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, I was always a Smallville guy.
I watched
And
the
I,
Flash.
I love
I
Smallville.
learned,
do
I
love
learned how to
Smallville.
read Kryptonian from Smallville. Trust
Yeah,
me.
I always compared everything to
Whoa.
Smallville, and Arrow just never lived up to my expectations.
What about Young Justice?
Young
Young
Justice
Justice
was
I like.
okay, but the recent seasons kind of turned me off of it.
But
They're
you could
terrible.
do a good Vandal Savage as a Justice League level villain because he is intellectual. He is
Yeah.
smarter than he acts, and also he is strong and tough.
Vandal Savage could be the Loki, Ultron will be Brainiac, and Anti-Monitor will be the Thanos of it all.
No, I think Darkseid Thanos and then. Oh no, wait. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I
Yeah,
thought there was
well,
something
'cause-
beyond. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's
You're right,
there was a way. I mean, with like what they're doing with like Phase 4 is awful and it's sad and everything. But we all had an idea of it would have been cool to see Phase 4 be where you bring in things like Daredevil and Luke Cage and kind of get back to like more street level villains. And guess what? Like, you have, I don't know, off the top of my head, Dr. fucking Doom be a bad guy. Like, oh, imagine that. Like, everybody would have been like, yeah, that's awesome. They wanted to go like bigger and better. And so they bring in Kang and they're like, he's even more dangerous than Thanos. I'm like, no, he's not.
He
Now
can be
he's-
a problem, but he's not more dangerous.
Yeah.
He's
not
an
at
Ezra
all.
Miller 2.0. That's
Yeah.
what he is.
Yeah,
It's-
he likes beating up women just like Ezra Miller.
yeah.
Speaking of Doctor Doom, that reminds me, Mike, have you heard about the Fantastic Four movies getting a new writer? Guess
did
what
not
he
hear
wrote?
that.
Avatar 2.
No, not just that. Terminator: Dark Fate.
Oh, bro.
That's the only thing I saw from the headlines is the Avatar 2 writer. That's it.
No.
The
Yeah,
Avatar
I'm
2
sure
writer
that
doesn't
movie's
really
gonna be
spark that
seriously.
much.
Sue Storm's going to be the
confidence.
bestest Avatar.
Where
that's
the
not
hell do
good.
they
They probably
find
listened
these
to-
guys? Seriously, like it's like they
Drinking.
on
They
purposely choose the worst person for the job.
They fail up all the time. Look, Mindy Kaling got an award from the government.
Oh, that's right.
Oh God.
I do agree with
He's
this.
going.
I do agree with that take. Listen, I predicted this. Jeremy and me get into it a lot about Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman and all that stuff like this. I predicted this like before they even launched Batman vs Superman. The DCEU trying to be like Marvel was the biggest mistake they ever made, and
Yeah.
trying to differentiate themselves from Marvel, biggest mistake they ever made. It's not about that. It's about writing stories with the characters that you have and fundamentally understanding those characters and how to build them and how to put a team together. They should have they didn't need to catch up to the MCU. They should have just done their own stories.
Because they
And
have
the-
their whole different tones.
That completely different tone, and I know it's a hot take, but I actually kind of I like Zack Snyder. I like his takes on some of the characters. I know some people don't agree with that. I like the God Amongst Men storyline, that like these people are not regular people, that Batman is like, I don't know. Wow, you're already yawning. Jeez.
We
Listen,
boring
Devil
you?
Devil basically sleeps on stream. You could have a stream at 10 p.m. and he'll come on and be like, "Hey guys."
It's just one of those things like, hey, what's up, Wicked? How you doing?
Hey, Wicked.
It's just one of those things. There's a lot of different takes, and a concept like Superman being a god amongst men and not being able to relate to humanity, or like having trouble understanding his place in the world and things like that, are interesting takes that we didn't really get from like the MCU. But the fact is, like, they've been trying to catch up to the MCU for years, and I don't have any confidence that James Gunn isn't going to make MCU movies with DC characters.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with you on that, just because I wouldn't say I know the Superman character, more than most, but I'm definitely a bigger fan of his personality and who he is kind of on the inside, as well as, being Superman. He wants to be, he's not wants to be like him, but he grew up with us, right?
Yeah.
He grew up around humans. He's not flaunting his power. It's just kind of who he is. It's a part of him.
I'm very open about this. I live in Kansas. I'm fine saying it. Superman is integral to Kansas because of, growing up in Smallville, so much so that Topeka on Superman, one of, I don't remember what anniversary it was of Superman's first debut, Topeka actually changed its name to Smallville because
that is awesome. That is so cool.
So
dude.
integral to Kansas.
Yeah.
And it feels like they haven't liked Snyderverse. It feels like nobody's got it.
Yeah, they kind of forgot who Superman was.
His small town upbringing is classic here in Kansas, and they just haven't copied that perfectly. They always want to do something big city, but he is a small town guy, and just bring that there.
Well, since you're a Smallville fan, you would know this. During the show, what they would do is Smallville was more like brown, reddish colors, and Metropolis was like silver and chrome. If you could see like the difference in the two. And I think that's the
actually
problem.
a thing. That's a thing here. Like you can see it in small towns. They are different colors are everywhere, and then when you go into the cities, it is very chromish, very slick and sleek. But yet, small towns have this more rustic feel to them, and that's very unique. That nobody's been able to mimic over in Hollywood, and especially with Superman, that is important.
Well, that's the thing, and this is the reason why Smallville works. Me and my wife actually just got done rewatching Smallville like a couple weeks ago.
Bro,
it's just our show, like me,
I love it as well, man.
From season 1 to season 10, or did you
Oh, yeah.
stop?
No, we went through the whole thing. Yeah. The thing is, like, Superman is a good character, but Clark is the character that's more interesting, and that's the difference. And like, we don't get enough Clark in the Snyder movies. We don't get enough of Clark and his upbringing and him as a person. It's very Superman focused, and he's Superman more than he's Clark in those films, and that is why it's an issue because, like, you know, Dermy saying, like, hey, guess what? We love him because he's like one of us. Like, we love the one of us people. You know?
There wasn't that big significant difference between the Clark and the Kal-El character either in the movie.
Yeah.
My parents bought me this because I was such like a big fan, and when Christopher Reeves was on, they had like these promotions to get these dog tags.
That's so cool.
It's like one of the only like real nerds stuff that I have.
It's awesome. I do have a question for Dermy, since you're a big it sounds like you're a bigger Superman fan. Did you like the current CW show, like Superman and Lois?
I have yet to watch it because I'm so tuned out of CW. I've heard good things, but
if you haven't seen it, I recommend it because the guy who plays him, Tyler
Hoechlin.
Yeah,
whatever his last name is, I think he does a good job at embodying the character of Superman. I think the personality shines a lot more.
Like Mike said, I care more about, like, you can be Superman. Superman is relatively simple, truth, justice, American way. It's that Clark relationship that I care more about. And if you can pull off Clark Kent, I would.
Yeah, Dermy.
I like the season. I haven't seen all of season 2. I really like season 1 because they do focus a lot more on Clark. And yes, he is Superman. What sold it to me, and I'd like, and maybe this will make you interested in watching it. So this is a little bit of a spoiler in the pilot, but there's a scene where Clark gets a call that his mom is in the hospital, and like he's in the office at the Daily Planet, and he just fucking leaves, like he just disappears in the building, and then it shows him like flying like onto the farm, landing in the barn, and like running into the house. And I was telling my wife, the thing I love about that is like, because he's Superman, he has to remember, I can't like run into the house dressed like Superman, but like him running from the barn to the house is him holding back, but his mom's in the room dying. So like the concept is like, I have to remember that the people around me can't know that I'm Superman, so I have to like run into this house and pretend I'm not Superman. But like, if he didn't care, he would have just flown right into the house, like blew a hole in the wall and like got to his mom and, you know, in time. There's like an interesting concept there of like, what is Superman like on a day-to-day basis that I really liked. And then like how he relates to his sons and things like that. I actually really enjoyed it. I was really surprised. And there's some like really cool Superman moments that I didn't expect there to be, that just show him as like, this is what he's like on a, like as a person, not as just a superhero. I was actually really impressed. It does not feel like a CW show at all to me.
Okay.
I also like seeing how he interacted with his sons through the show too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's some really cool moments there, and there's like a sequence where like something happens with one of his kids, and he handles it very much like Superman would, but like the self-sacrificing, like how can I be there for you the best way possible way. It's actually really, really, really cool. So I would just recommend it. At least season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I don't know if it's gotten worse or better. But I really, really, really enjoyed season 1 of Superman and Lois.
Yeah, I've seen season 2. It's okay, but I'm worried it's getting a little like CW-ish. It's getting into, you know, other dimensions. You know, people that look the same. Like drop the dimensions and multiverse. That's just completely bizarre. I know you're doing Bizarro and stuff like that, but drop the other dimension. It's such DCW in this.
The CW shows tend to lose their budget as the show goes. So, I mean, just look at the Flash; it got really cheap looking.
Rabnad actually just put this in the chat, and I actually kind of agree with it. The devolution of Superman that reflects our fall as a nation. In order to properly write Superman, you must love America. He is the most patriotic superhero besides Captain America. I actually do agree with that. I mean, Superman can be recognized all over the planet, but
he's America's superhero, man.
Exactly.
You need. I'm of an opinion. You kind of need somebody from the heartland to properly write Superman. Somebody that grew up in some of the most patriotic areas of America to write Superman.
Yeah.
I reckon James Gunn will write and direct a good Superman movie. Maybe not perfect, but probably better than what Snyder did with him. The thing is, it's going to come out, what, 2025, 2026? Dude, people might not be completely disinterested in superhero movies anymore. Like, we needed a Superman movie like 5, maybe 8 years ago. Like, what the hell is the whole?
I still think if they do a good one, I think it'll change that perspective.
I kind of agree with Jeremy and several others when people say it's not superhero fatigue, it's bad storytelling fatigue.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but then by then, like, is anyone going to watch superhero films from DC? Like, the clock is ticking essentially, and you're not really.
I think they will.
I mean, I'm glad you're taking the time with it, but I'm frustrated that we haven't gotten a Superman movie like 5 years ago, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm not hyped for his Superman, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
I just hope it's got sort of an element of like non-seriousness to it, but not too much, you know, like, you know, the gritty Superman for me and the whole, you know, Snyder stuff, it was just too serious, you know. But then I don't want it to be Taika Waititi dumbass stupid. I want it to have sort of a nice balance to it somewhere in the middle, because the old 80s Superman, you know, that had some sort of whimsical campness to it, you know. Like, I'm not saying they should try and recreate that, but, you know, just not too serious.
It's definitely more so like wholesome funniness, you know, when he was like dressing up in a booth, and he took like the child's tickets essentially, the photos, that kind of humor, that kind of relatability to Clark. And what Epic Mike said about Superman being human, there's a certain moment in I think it's the Man of Tomorrow animated movie. I think it has like Parasite as the villain, and it starts off with Clark.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I think I spoke about this in the first episode show. I absolutely love this moment. Essentially, Clark as a kid, he watches a horror movie with his mates in Smallville. And it's like a kind of a black and white movie, and then suddenly one of the evil doctors in the horror movie takes off his mask, and it's a big, ugly Martian, you know, waving his tentacles and stuff like that. And Clark all of a sudden cries because he realizes, oh, this is how people see aliens, essentially, and he feels like a complete outside, like a freak, essentially.
It's like when I actually realized I was ginger. You know, like that sort of moment you have where everyone hates you.
And that moment,
jealous of the people's souls,
indeed means so much more to him, because the fact that he has this reaction to cry is so human to me, not alien, completely human. And the fact that he doesn't realize it, like, dude, you have 5 fingers, 2 eyes, a nose. You are made in the image of God. You're so beautifully so, and you are practically a saint. And it really made me like Superman that much more.
Okay, well, I could talk about Superman all day long, and I'm sure most of us here on the panel can.
Oh yeah.
And we will probably do so in the after show. But typically about the hour mark, we do the memes for the show. So if you guys have done any of memes and put it in the thread, we'll be bringing it up now. So let's get ready and have a laugh.
I know one of them.
Real quick, can I answer this question from J.S. Pena? Who wins the fight between Tyler Durden and Andrew Tate? Tyler Durden wins that fight every time.
Yes.
Like Tyler Durden blew the back of his head off to kill part of his personality. Because you got to remember, like, they're the same guy. Edward Norton's character, Brad Pitt's character, same dude. Like, there's no way that Andrew Tate's willing to go that far to win a fight. Tyler Durden.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Oh, I'm forgetting.
Fight Club. Yeah.
I've completely
We're not supposed to talk about that.
My thoughts on the Soviet Superman, the Red Sun Superman. I enjoy the motion comic a lot.
I like the comic better.
Yeah, the comic is very good.
The comic hits on stuff that the animated movie doesn't hit on.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there is a motion comic on YouTube somewhere called Superman Red Sun, and I very much enjoy that one. You definitely should check it out.
I actually have the comic right over here. It's
controversial take. I don't think both the animated movie and the comic are not as good as they could be. Because, like, Like I feel like the comic is kind of surface level. Doesn't really touch on Stalin and the gulags, which kind of, as a
Well-
Polak, I really hate communism. I want to see people actually condemn it, and that's not really in the comic. The animated movie does that a little, essentially, but then it just turns into like female empowerment with Wonder Woman. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with that? It's
The
just,
animated movie is shit. The comic is better, and it
It's
hits
fantastic.
on the gulags in a different way, and where he shuts down the gulags, but does it in a different style, utilizing Brainiac technology and mesmerizing people, forcing people to live in this world. The only way for communism to work is to basically be a soulless worker bee.
yeah.
So let's check out the meme thread. Can I make it bigger?
That's what
Okay.
she said.
That's what she said.
Games up, put up.
Check this out by our very own Kenzo.
It's actually really rad. I like that style. So I got a question for you as an animator. What is it about? Like I feel like this has been like a more modern style of like animation. Is it easier to animate this way, or is it just a style choice? Or like I like knowing about it because I actually really like this style of animation, and it just feels like it's very, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just always curious about like where you guys get inspiration to do that.
Since I started actually making my doodles move, shall we say, I used to draw with a more emphasis on line weights, where thicker and thinner stuff without doing shading. But I found, when I first started to go to draw stuff, if there was a differentiation in line thickness, it was severely noticeable, like, and in some styles that's good, but in the, like you said, the more contemporary style, it tends to be sort of specific line weight thickness for the outlines. Then for the stuff in the middle will be a little bit thinner, and all of the backgrounds will be all sort of one line thick.
Okay.
It's just for consistency, really, but
okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's just interesting because I like seeing how, different people come up with the different kind of concepts and stuff. Because like to me, like just this and the fact that you like drew this up and stuff, like to me, this is like a better representation of me like animated than I like sometimes you'll see like in other shows where they try to like recreate a person, like, and these are like people that work in the industry and they have like millions of dollars or whatever, and like some of their stuff doesn't look nearly as good as this, sometimes it feels like
thanks, man.
Yeah, so I just think that's really cool. I was like, that's actually really rad.
Yeah, well,
when AI does better than American animators.
I'll see if I can make a move and send it to you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I said it's sad when AI does better than most American animation.
Yes,
all that
100%
bullshit.
Yeah,
they've been using the bean mouth that they've been doing for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, the big mouth on Netflix. Jesus, it's just
it's so weird.
Is your computer glitching? This is why you run on a Mac. This is why you don't run on a Mac.
Yeah. Macs are kind of evil.
I'm willing to bet he said
the chat. By the way,
he's running on a potato.
Break. Why do you?
I'm willing to bet that it's
hate me.
Why are you gay?
Why you gay?
I can't even hear it. You have
you're gay.
You're not sharing audio.
Are you okay?
I hate whatever. Everybody knows
Mike's
me.
punch
Okay,
out.
I have a problem with this one. I did not do any of those things.
It kind of feels like you did.
Accurate.
Deep down.
No.
We would do anything to make them come.
That's right, honey. Anything.
If they come, I'm gonna explode.
Could you imagine all three of them coming?
That'd be sick.
If they're gonna come, I better start stretching.
Until I tell my grandkids they're coming.
Oh, they're gonna come!
Guys, they're gonna come!
They're gonna come!
They're coming! They're finally coming!
Nice.
If they come, I'm getting
so good.
That was really good.
Damn. Damn.
Angry butt juice.
Epic Mike.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's
I like
that's
your
terrifying.
perm, man.
Yeah, I know. I was like, damn, that perm is actually kind of rocking it. Maybe I need to.
That's a tight hair.
I can actually salsa dance. For those of you who don't know, I can.
Oh no.
I can.
Wait, but you're Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is. Yeah, we can dance. That's one of
Well,
those.
yeah, but
good
salsa dance, it does feel like that's a.
Will you leave your friends behind? Because if they don't dance,
cultural appropriation.
I will say this was the picture that made me interested
ouch.
in the lady that plays.
Yeah, lived as abroad.
She was actually kind of hot.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, geez,
I
did not need to see that.
I rub myself in a
Damn,
rag.
Dermy.
I guess you do have the biggest tits in the Legion, then.
The best.
Derby
the best.
has Skirmitar has no brakes.
wait, is that the shovel you killed Josiah with?
No, that one's in this very special place. This is the new one.
Okay.
I have a lot of shovels, and they're all different. They have different purposes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you and Mr. Bug would get along then with shovels.
Yeah, well, listen. Okay, listen. We're gonna address
Would
this.
you not
Mr.
have one in
Bug
your car,
actually tried
one
to
in the
threaten me
house?
one time with a shovel. I'm not okay with this. Also, that's really fucking based.
But
That's why you
wait,
do it.
Shove tried to threaten you with a shovel.
Yeah, Bug tried to threaten me with a shovel, and we got into like this GIF war with each other about shovels. And I'm like, dude, you don't get to come. How many people have you actually killed with shovels? I don't think Mr. Bug's killed anybody with a shovel. Okay, and we do agree that the shoveler from Mystery Men is the Lord of Shovels, and we do have mad respect for him. But yeah, you know what? If me and him ever meet in real life, it's on. It's on.
Oh yeah.
Shovels in hand. Shovels in Postal too.
Have a shovel
Yeah,
off.
that's true. Yeah, we're gonna have a shovel off, like for real. Yeah, we're going at it. Yep.
Okay, let me
Just stare
real
at each
quick,
other and first pick up their shovel and throw it.
Yeah, we'll like have them hanging off our hips, just the whole fucking shovel with like in a holster. Yeah.
Aaron and Sheila are communicating again. This is gonna get interesting.
Like I said, Dermy, your ex is in the chat, so you know.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
And your mom.
Left me for my mom.
So you know.
Wow, that's not. Is that why you're shaving?
Yes.
Because you saw that post.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh man, well, if I
I may or may not have also taken off my shirt, stood up, and she said, "I don't like guys with body hair." And it's like, motherfucker.
Oh. So don't like guys.
Shaving is unmanly. Tell her that.
Well, I mean,
Jeremy's about to risk it all. He's going to become whatever he needs to become to make that work.
As long as it doesn't require me cutting off my junk.
No, I don't think
Lots of nair. Lots of nair.
Yeah.
You have to bathe in that shit.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just yeah. I'm liking that there's a narrative that like we're watching Dermy slowly change himself, like right, come back and like, next week he's like shaved, and then he's like, hey, how you doing, man? I waxed everything.
It may or may not happen. I just need to find a place to go wax. But in order to do that, I have to get to 1K subs. I'll record the shaving, and I don't know if I can record.
And he'll drink that coffee. He'll drink the poop coffee.
You know what? I will.
That's it.
I'll drink
unsubscribe to Dermy right now, guys.
and stir it with the poop spoon.
On the next Ballbusters, Dermy's gonna come out just completely butt naked like a baby, no hair, nowhere. Say, am I good enough for you now?
In a diaper.
Do you love me now?
Happy April Fools.
We'll get Devil to wear the spoon inside himself for a week.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
I'll make you a bus
So
spoon.
at this point of the show, we're gonna start wrapping up. So Oculus, do you want to know where to let the people find you? What you do?
Oh yeah, my name is Oculus. You can find me on Twitter, and where I post Friday night type memes. It's just randomly retweets like their memes and just other cute stuff going on in the Twitterverse. But yeah, go check it out.
Awesome, man. Yeah, go support the Legion where you can, and if you guys want to make memes for the different shows, just hashtag the Legion of Memers, and we'll retweet and share them if we can. Because I do run the social side of things. Sometimes I do miss something, so I apologize if some of your stuff is missed. I just I don't have all the hands and all the eyes I need, unfortunately. Devil made me do it. Do you want to know what you do and where the people can find you?
Yeah, Devil Made Me Do It. Now like 3 on the Twitters. If you like my memes, come check it out. I was happy to be here. Nice to meet you, Epic Mike.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
And go subscribe to Dermy. Get him up to that 1K before next Friday for Ball Busters, because I definitely want to pick on him for shaving his beard.
I will do it on Ball
He's
Busters.
He's trying to keep love alive. Come on, get them subs up. Yeah.
Ball shavers.
Yeah.
And busters.
Do it for the memes.
Oh, and Skinemax tonight
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Soldier Spirit, on Vets Talking. Skinemax tonight.
Nice.
Horny Alf, do you want to know where let the people find you, what you do?
Yes, I am Horny Alf, the Mel Mackey, master of memes. You can find me on Twitter dropping memes for FNT and various other streams. You can also see me doing political and pop culture commentary on Twitter. I help with booking for the Legion Memers, so if there's anyone out there that wants to get on the channel, just DM me on Twitter and we'll set it up. You can find me tonight also on Skinemax Saturday on Soldier Spirit's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I'll be there with Dermy and Devil Made Me Do It, a few others. I also want to prop up his channel too, because he's had his channel for 3 months, and I think he passed 3,500K subs and monetized.
He went fast.
Nice.
So
damn, Tom McDonald. Maybe I do.
And just so you guys know, we are doing Tuesday shows now when we can. And if you guys can't make it on Saturday, because I know a lot of people, either don't work weekends or they can't do it, just reach out to either me or Horny Alf, and we'll set it up. So just so you know, we're trying to expand what we do and when we do it. So if you guys feel like you've missed out on the Legion of Memers stream, don't worry. Reach out to me for Tuesdays, and we'll definitely set that up.
Speaking of that, we have. Speaking of that, real quick, this Tuesday, we have Carrie Smith on.
Nice. Carrie's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. I can't wait to have her on. And I really do appreciate all the people who take time out of their busy schedule, because a lot of the people who are guests definitely are super busy. So thank you everybody for making the time for us. I know we're a small channel, but slow, steady wins the race. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Kenzo, do you want to know what you do and where the people can find you?
Yeah, well, it's great to be on the Legion stream, as always, on a Saturday with you crazy lot, and it's been wicked meeting you, Epic Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, and if you do get a chance, go over to my YouTube channel, which is Art by Kenzo, and see some of my animated content that I've been putting up. I'm going to be putting a lot more up over the next few weeks. And follow me on Twitter, which is also Art by Kenzo at Twitter, man. And it's been awesome. And I'm looking forward to the Tuesday one to meet Kerry as well, man. So
yeah, I'm so happy that everybody who's co-hosts, you guys have been on for like a whole bunch of shows. So I really do appreciate all of you for being here and making time for this show. Especially, Kenzo and True Pop Culture. I know the hours are not fantastic for you, so you guys rock.
That's because you live in the UK.
Well, now there's been like a time jump, so it's earlier now. So it's just like I'm like, oh crap, it's earlier now. Oh okay. So even
don't you guys change your time here like next week?
Ours was last week.
It started still at 9. It used to start at 10. Kenzo, I'm pretty sure.
Don't you guys have a time change here soon?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's still at 9 for us.
Ours was last week, our time change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it seems nothing changed. It still starts. I'm sure it used to start at 10 in the night. Like now it starts at 9 for some reason for us. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
You guys have weird time zones, anyways.
Epic Mike, do you want to let the people know what you do and where to find you and a little bit more about the Epicverse?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can catch me on Twitch and Twitter at _epic_Mike. You can also catch me on YouTube under the Epic Mike. So right now, all my channels have kind of been in stasis. I had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I was dealing with, and also some Epicverse stuff as well. That's going to be changing really soon here. I'm going to be more active on YouTube and get back on the Twitch streaming and stuff like that. But yeah, go follow me there. Go to epicverse.tv, epicversestudios.tv. Go check it out. It's awesome. Go sign up. That way we can let you know when there's more things coming. Go get yourself some merch. You can also go on 221B Tactical and catch merch there. Oh boy. Let's see here. This Monday, I'll be on Mario Kart with Geeks and Gamers. Tuesday night's main event. Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, I will be on Secrets of the Frostmaiden. Go check us out there. Keep supporting that channel. It's growing. We're getting closing on 10K already. And yeah, I will look forward to being back on here. This was a great time. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you're more welcome to come back anytime. And thank you for sharing some of the knowledge you have with us and, being open enough to the community and new talent out there to, bring them into the Epicverse.
Absolutely. Yeah, not a problem. It's been a pleasure getting to meet so many cool people. So I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just sorry if I geeked out a bit on the Epicverse thing. I love what you guys do and the way you guys have built everything. So
I appreciate that, man. No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
No, it was super interesting to hear about it. Really.
Yeah, man.
CJP, do you want to know where people can find you, what you do?
Well, yeah, you can find me at Forgotten One Music on YouTube. I just dropped a new track while we were doing the stream. It's the 6th track from my second album, Electronic Noise 2 Digital Boogaloo. And then you can also find me on eTepokuians, the place to be reviews, tonight for Saturday night's main event. And then I'm a permanent co-host on his Monday and Wednesday night shows. And of course, here with the meme stream with all you lovely memers. Epic Mike, fantastic to meet you. I'm definitely going to reach out to you because, I like, I got to do music. It's just my thing.
Hey, I get it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Yeah, same, man. Yeah.
Dermy Wormy, do you want to know where to let the people find you and what you do?
Yep, you can find me at YouTube Dermy Wormy, Twitter Dermy Wormy, and I do stuff. I do 2 to 3 videos a day. Right now, I've been playing a lot of Conan Exiles. That game's super freaking addictive, and I can't stop. And after this,
man meat.
Yeah, I really like the man meat. Like,
yeah, I've been trying to get him to play another game with me, but he's stuck on Conan.
Yeah,
listen, I'm even stealing Commander Phil from you right now. That's how much I'm addicted to this game.
And you can come out the closet now, Dummy.
I love that man meat. I love going and hunting for it. I grab it wherever I can. Just harvest it all day long. Just constantly munching on that man meat.
Heard he's planning to wax his body and shave his face. In fact, he loves this so much.
Yeah.
I'd take it in the face.
You gotta come out of the closet, man. You gotta come out of it.
After this, I'm gonna be going on my buddy. I'm going to be going on my buddy Adam the Renaissance Nerd, who Epic Mike was actually on last Sunday's channel.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking for the next 3 weeks. We're talking Lord of the Rings to help celebrate the return of Return of the King in the theaters. So this week we're doing Fellowship. Next is Two Towers. Why do I always call it Twin Towers?
Twin Towers. Totally different Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah, totally different. Totally different connotations and everything. And then we'll do Return of the King the week it re-releases in theaters. After that, I'll be on Skinemax Saturdays, and then next Friday will be Ballbusters, where we'll have eTepokuian on, and I'm mostly going to start helping pimp out some of the smaller guys who are making comics and stuff and help get their numbers up. So come check us out, and Mike, I will be in communication with you eventually to try to get you on Ballbusters. Degenerate as all hell, but you survived Nick Rekieta, so I think you could survive us.
Yeah, I actually had Nick Rekieta kind of cringe a little bit, so I was like, you invited me on here. You should have expected this. Yeah.
But with that, guys, I'm actually going to have to dip out real quick. So you
all
guys
right,
have
mate.
a
Well,
great
thanks
night.
for joining the show.
Trying to look up wax
later,
places.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you, buddy.
And with that, True Pop Culture, do you want to know where the people can find you and what you do?
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm True Pop Culture 7. Check out my YouTube channel for my animated stream highlights and other edited highlights. I've got from EFAP, from Friday Night Tights to Open Bar, all your favorite shows. Do check that out. I've recently launched one on. I recently released one on. I can't speak today. The Real BBC has had quite a hilarious rant. It's doing quite well in terms of viewership, so do check that one out. Yeah, as always, this show has been super interesting for me. Thank you to our guest Epic Mike for coming on.
Thank you so much.
And I am Superman if he wasn't scared of green rocks, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers. Right now, I'm not doing too much content on my channel. I'm trying to help out other channels. So, for example, go check out Mark the Cyborg's shorts. I've been doing some shorts. I appreciate him letting me learn how to make shorts. And just go support the creators who are supporting all of us, because I think it's really important that this community kind of helps prop each other up. And with that, thank you again, Epic Mike, for being on. And we will see everybody next week. And hail to the chat, you guys.
And on Tuesday.
Rock. And on Tuesday.
See you on
Yes.
Tuesday.
On Tuesday. I gotta keep remembering that. And we'll see Carrie Smith on Tuesday. And we'll see you all there.
Bye. Have a great
Bye-bye,
time.
everybody.
Peace.